All right, guys. Today is February 23rd, 2023. The day Twitter killed Big Brother. More specifically, Big Brother Canada. And even more specifically than that, Big Brother Canada 11. So what happened today was we have all, as a Big Brother community, been super pumped, super excited for Big Brother Canada 11. Now, I'm going to put out a little bit of a disclaimer. Those of you that have followed me, that have been watching me for a while, you know that I am a diehard Big Brother US fan. I literally grew up watching the show ever since I was a little kid. It's been a huge part of my life for a very, very long time. All of my time. And I have tried watching seasons of Big Brother Canada in the past, and for some reason, I never really got into it. But a few seasons ago, I really started rewatching it, and it really is an amazing show, I feel like. And I think that they get so much right that Big Brother US just gets wrong completely. But one thing that they have always gotten wrong compared to Big Brother US is the feeds. They cut those feeds like crazy compared to Big Brother US. And we complain a lot about Big Brother US cutting feeds, but it doesn't even come close to what Big Brother Canada does. So what does Big Brother Canada do to try and remedy this situation on their upcoming season that's been getting so much hype? It's unreal compared to past seasons, because there's been rumors that this season, 11, is going to be an all-star season. Now, at this point, I'm not sure if it is. I'm pretty sure that's kind of been where they've left it, was this season is, and I'm pretty sure that's kind of like what's to be understood of this season. I was about to start really getting hyped and start preparing for the season, and then they put out news today that the way they're going to fix their live feed situation and constantly cutting the feeds is just by cutting the feeds completely, forever. And they're getting rid of the live feeds and they're replacing it with something called daily. So I really don't even know the name. I didn't read enough because I don't care, because it's stupid. I understand why they're getting rid of the feeds, because every season when they have a house guest that says something horrible, it gets tons of bad publicity for the show on social media, everywhere. But that tons of bad publicity is only coming from a few voices on Twitter. And listen, the way I see it is they are completely axing and destroying their show over a small handful of people on Twitter that complain. And if you're one of those people, that every single time a house guest says something that may be legitimately horrible, may be legitimately offensive to you or someone else, or just flat out hateful, right? It's awful. It is. But every single time you go on Twitter and you protest that this person get removed from the show, this is the kind of stuff that ends up being a result of that. They can't control. All they can do is cast people. Okay, the point of the show is 24-hour surveillance on random people. Okay, however many house guests you have in that season, 12, 14, 16, 13, whatever. Random 16 people that don't know each other, that have completely different views, and you throw them into a house and watch them interact. And every time they say something that upsets you, you have to remember that that is part of the show. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. You can say how horrible it is. You can talk about how awful those people are, or whatever they said that truly was despicable. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But demanding that the show make changes around that is the whole premise of the show. Not hate, but different views, different opinions, and capturing those, good or bad. And now that point of the show is gone. You know, watching all these people interact in a hamster cage, It's gone now. Twitter killed that. Now, some people are going to say, well, Dak, you're saying that Twitter is just a small portion of people that watch a show. Even smaller than that are people that watch the live feeds. And you are 100% correct. Out of all the viewers of the show, maybe 10, maybe 15% at most actually watch the feeds. And that is what Big Brother Canada is looking at. That's why they're willing to make this, because they think only 10 to 15% of people that watch the show watch the feeds. And that is true. However, if you're watching this video right now, chances are that at some point you've either watched one of my past videos or you've watched a video of our friend Tom's at TV Talks with Tom, who posts a video every single day of Big Brother US last season, recapping the feeds. Or you've watched a video from RHAP recapping the feeds, or you've watched a video of Ori streams recapping the feeds, or you've watched a video of some other Big Brother YouTuber, commentator, recapper talking about the feeds and what happened. I would say with all of the views that those videos get, you probably have about 50% of Big Brother viewers who maybe not watch the feeds themselves, but are glued to the feeds and what's going on in real time. Watching recap videos, checking Twitter to see the updates. So yeah, you have a small percentage actually viewing the feeds, but that's because not everyone has time to view them. About half of your viewers rely on those feeds. Half of them don't care. There's going to be some of you that see this video, you're going to think, what does it matter? It doesn't matter with the feeds, whether they're there or not. And I get that for some of you, it's not a big deal. But when you watch the feeds or you actually listen to the recap videos, you see that what happens on the feeds and what happens on the episode are two different things. They edit around the feeds and then they splice together an episode that fits whatever is easiest to sell for them that week. And I get it. But I'm not watching the show to find out what's going on in the house. I'm watching the feeds. I'm watching the feeds to see what's happening, what conversations are going on, and that's the accurate portrayal of what's going on. And then Thursday, you see how those come to fruition with the eviction. So those of you that say it doesn't matter, it doesn't care, I understand if you don't care about the feeds, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fair. You are allowed to not care about the feeds and watch the show however you want. But just know that what the episode puts out is not what accurately happened that week. It's just not. And it's not like they're trying to be deceitful. You try and capture 16 people for 168 hours in a week and try and cram that into 3 hours, 1 hour, 3 times a week. That's impossible. And I don't blame them for having to do things the way they do. But you're not going to actually know what's going on in the house. And if you don't care about the reality, about what's really going on in the house, for me, I don't care about the show. So, and I'll say this too. A lot of people might be also like, hey, listen, it's just BB Canada. It's not that big a deal. They're not. That's not the real BB King. For some people, it's much better. But for a lot of people, everyone, and myself included, honestly, enjoy BBUS way more, and that's fine. However, BBUS watches what Canada does, like a hawk. And they use Canada as a testing ground for when they want to try something new. Like that triple eviction. Yeah, it was done differently in Canada, but that started from BB Canada. That didn't start as something that they just thought up in BBUS. Canada had been doing that for years, and then they implemented it their own way. Now, I don't know that they're going to cancel the feeds on Big Brother US right away. I think Paramount and CBS and Viacom have a much bigger say in that because of Paramount Plus. People are subscribing to that service for the feeds. I'm hopeful that that prevents them from being able to do that. However, the feeds are not bringing in Paramount Plus nearly as much of a percentage of their profit as it used to, because Paramount Plus actually has really good content now on its own outside of the feeds. But there are still people coming back for it, for the feeds every year. So I'm hopeful that it doesn't affect BBUS. But as someone who was super, super pumped for Big Brother Canada this season, we were going to be covering it. We were going to be doing it full. We were going to be going full time for Big Brother Canada this season. And now I don't think I'm going to cover it at all. Not unless they reverse their decision. And they have time. They have 2 weeks, which is something else that really shocked me, that they did it so early. You would think something like this, they would have said a day or two before the premiere. And now they've just given themselves so much room to be criticized, to be hated on. And the season, I don't care about Big Brother Canada 11 right now. I don't. It's supposed to be All-Stars. And me and a ton of other people, so many people, like Big Brother Canada, Big Brother Can 11 was trending in the US today on Twitter. It's just, they're shooting themselves in the foot is what they're doing. And, you know, they are underestimating the impact that it's having on the community. And they knew they were going to get some backlash. Personally, I'm not going to sit around waiting or expecting or having hope that they're going to revert it back. I don't. I do think there is a chance. I am hopeful that they do, but I don't have hope that they're going to. I just don't. I think they're just going to stick to their guns on this one and then watch as their show dies and then try and point to some other reason why their show that was already struggling with viewership, that already got canceled once because of the low ratings, why now it's even lower. And it's going to be at an all-time low. And if that happens, I don't know that Big Brother Canada 12 will exist. I'm not joking when I say today is the day Big Brother died. And it might just be Canada. Maybe US is like, nah, that's stupid. We're not doing that. But I don't think so. I really don't. I'm fearful that if Viacom and CBS and Paramount lets them, they're going to do the same thing. So anyway, if there's any changes, if there's any updates to, you know, this news, this announcement, if they do end up going back on it, I will be the first to be here talking about it and let you guys know. But for now, that's where everything sits. So it's unfortunate. It sucks. But that's just the reality that we're in right now. So, but thank you guys for tuning in to this video. Me just kind of ranting and giving my take on the situation, why I get why they're doing it. I totally do. I also think that just because you have a reason to do something doesn't mean that the thing you do is at all a smart decision. And I think they just made a very, 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 very stupid decision to do that. And yeah, I mean, that's all I can say about it. So, but anyway, guys, like I said, thank you for tuning in. Let me know in the comments what you think. I really, really genuinely am curious to see what people's opinions are of this news, because I know some of you don't care about the feeds. Like I said, some of you, like me, it's a make or break deal. And if they don't have feeds, you're not watching the show. If they don't have the feeds, I'm not watching the show. I don't care. I mean, I might check it out in the beginning just to kind of see, but I won't be covering it if they're not going to do feeds. And I highly doubt that I'll stick around if I even tune in at all. I mean, I probably won't even tune in just as a, you know, kind of a message. not that my voice or my viewership or lack thereof is going to impact them at all. But anyway, so that's it for today, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.